doesn't matter. You may even have the best feed in the world for your rabbits, but the mode of feeding is very important. So viewers, there are few mistakes that farmers normally make when it comes to rabbit feeding. So I simply want us to look at some of these mistakes, and then simply because I've experienced some of these mistakes, especially when I started some years back. All right. Um, and some of these mistakes really affected my production, especially in areas of health and that of the um, pregnancy, candling, and even the number of bunnies per rabbit, because some of these mistakes cost me to the extent that some of my rabbits were littering one one bunny. Can you believe that when a rabbit can handle about 12 bunnies at per liter, all right? But I was really struggling. And little did I know that it was the way I was feeding my rabbits. Now, viewers, one mistake that farmers do is they put their rabbits on one particular feed, morning, afternoon, evening, is just that feed and nothing else. Especially most of the farmers who normally formulate their own feed locally. Okay, they have confidence in their feed that all the time that is the feed their rabbits are eating. All right, it is very bad to keep your rabbits on one particular feed all the time. All right, there are so many things that rabbits eat. They are once they are herbivorous animals, just like sheep or goats. All right, they eat on a lot of things, and the surprising thing is that most rabbit farmers simply deny their rabbit of what of their natural feed, which is grass. Your rabbits will be lacking a lot of nutrients, all right? Because when we are talking about the nutrients, we can think of protein, calcium, iron, vitamin, and the whole rest. So when you put them on only one particular kind of feed, they kind of like lack some of these nutrients, and it is simply going to affect your rabbit. For instance, when a rabbit lacks iron, appear to be a kind of sluggish, and even the bunnies that is going to candle, they are going to be weak. All right, they will not be able to develop strong bones. Viewers, this leads us to the next common mistake that most farmers usually do. Now, most farmers are not regular in their feeding practice. Now, what do I mean by this? Rabbits, the moment you start to feed them, they develop a kind of habit for it. All right. So, try to be consistent in feeding your rabbits. For instance, if you are fan of feeding your rabbits at dawn, then please try to maintain that. All right. Most of the times, some farmers feed their rabbits 2 times a day. Now, one thing we need to know is that rabbits eat much in the night than in the daytime. All right, because there was an instance whereby one farmer called me, and then he was complaining about the fact that one of his does littered, and then he provided it with feed in the morning and left. But when he came back in the evening, the feed was still intact. So he was worried. But I advised him to just maintain the feed and then check again the following morning. And when he did, he saw that that particular mothering doe was able to finish its feed, um, which goes to indicate that rabbits, they really eat much in the night time as compared to daytime. So, viewers, anytime you are feeding your rabbits, the daytime, you can limit their feed, but then you can increase it during the night time, because I bet you in the night they eat all night long because they are nocturnals. Okay, they are very active in the night as compared to daytime. All right. This leads us to the next common mistake that farmers normally do: inadequate supply of water. All right, inadequate supply of water. These are the areas you need to check when it comes to supplying water to your rabbits. If you are using the automatic drinking system, what you actually need to do is time to time try to check through the nipples and that of the tubes to make sure that the water is flowing constantly. All right. And then if you happen to be using the manual way, like we are using here, you have drinkers, troughs whereby you pour water inside for your rabbits. um, Please always make sure that water is constantly available for your rabbits. All right, especially during the hot seasons. Right, and then rabbits really consume water depending on the nature of the feed. If you happen to be giving them dry feed, all right, like hay, and then formulated feed, which is obviously dry feed, you see that their water consumption will be so high. And it's good for them simply because when they are consuming more water, it replenishes their system, and then they do very well as compared to rabbits that do not take more water. This leads us to the next thing that farmers really have to pay much attention to. It has to do with um, the nature of the feed, right? Rabbits do well. Yes, the rabbits feed on grass a lot because they are herbivorous animals. Rabbits feed on grass because they are herbivorous animals. But viewers, the hay, I mean dry grass, is found out to be um, so suitable and convenient for rabbits as compared to the fresh grass, simply because the fresh grass contains a lot of water and it can easily be contaminated, all right, as compared to the hay. So, viewers, these are the things that I think they are very important for us to take care of as rabbit farmers. I hope you've enjoyed this video. So why don't you consider subscribing? Don't also forget to like and share the video with friends out there. Otherwise, we will say bye.